Former Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani facing possible contempt charges. That's new and a drastic shift from his claimed initial cooperation with Congress. But he's now bailed on an interview with the January 6th committee. It was scheduled to happen today. So this is last minute. In fact, just hours out, Giuliani making it's an unusual cancellation. And he picked a fight over a desire to tape the interview. Now, that's something that was never agreed to, so it looks like a last-minute effort to just find an excuse to bail. The committee standing strong, saying if he refuses to comply, they'll consider all enforcement options. Giuliani, a central figure in the plots to try to overturn or fraudulently steal the election. The committee states that Giuliani was actively promoting claims of election fraud on behalf of Trump and was in contact with him about how to overturn the election. Everyone remembers some of the unhinged and false claims that he made. But what's easy to forget is that at the time it looked like a joke. I mean, very few people were taking seriously those press conferences. They didn't seem directed, for example, at the courts. What we've now learned, and this is important, is they weren't really directed at the courts. They were already losing there. They were only directed at an extra-legal or possibly criminal effort to overturn the election, to try to get Republicans in the House and Senate on board, not the courts, which makes it all sound a little different. As for the idea that you could just overturn the election by sending in your own electors, which is dumb, if that were true, right, anyone could just do that at any time. But that was one of the things on the table. And over time, as we've reported on it and tried to hear from everyone involved, we learned from another lawyer for Trump who reported directly to Giuliani, Boris Epshteyn, that Giuliani did indeed lead the plot to install fraudulent electors.
Everything that was done illegally by the Trump legal team, according to the rules and under the leadership of Rudy Giuliani. We fought for the truth.
There you have it. Giuliani also worked with another lawyer, John Eastman, and they were seen together at the infamous rally on January 6th. That's when Rudy Giuliani said this.
Over the next 10 days, we get to see the machines that are crooked, the ballots that are fraudulent, and if we're wrong, we will be made fools of. But if we're right, a lot of them will go to jail. So let's have trial by combat.
There you have an individual talking about sending their opponents to jail if they hold on to power, and we now know they were trying to illegally hold on to power. They wanted to stage a coup, and he talks up combat to a group of people who took him literally and went and staged combat against police and calling for the assassination of Mike Pence and others. Trump's reported reception to all this and the voting machine conspiracy theories is well documented. Now Giuliani has found a reason at the last minute to bail today. Instead of this witness testifying, well, he's been busy, of course, maintaining his desire to get on TV any which way. That includes taping these online cameo videos like this.
This is Rudy Giuliani, and the message I want me to deliver is the employees and the field staff of Turwick Associates want to thank you for your honesty and devotion, that you have fought for them for years, and that you're very, very exceptionally dedicated.
All righty then. The committee also could try other more ingenious ways to get him involved. For example, if they converted this to the type of reality shows that are so popular in Trump world, maybe Giuliani would be more likely to participate if they made one of those primetime hearings something more akin to The Masked Singer.
And they gazed in wide wonder at the joy they had found. The head nurse spoke up, said, "Leave this one alone."
Oh my goodness! Former Associate Attorney General, former Mayor of New York City.
Is that Robert Duvall?
No, that's not Robert Duvall.
Rudy Giuliani! No!
Former Associate Attorney General. It just rolls off the tongue. But it's not a joke. What is Giuliani doing? If he had no fear of this committee and how the law works, which he does know well, he's a former prosecutor, he could just walk off. He took this battle all the way up to today. He wants it on record that he was trying to cooperate. He wants an excuse other than defiance in this tape thing that we'll get into. And that's a reminder that even as he defies, he knows the law may not be on his side. Is he worried about being held in contempt? Does this complicate other investigations into the former lawyer for Donald Trump? We have a member of the January 6th committee, Zoe Lofgren, here when we're back in 1 minute.
It doesn't even look like an actual human body. It looks like one of Jeff Dunham's puppets. It's like a wind-up toy you'd get in a giveaway bag at a mobster's funeral. Why is he just flaccidly swinging the club back and forth like a wet pool noodle?